What if I told you that Barbara O'Neill discovered a way to wake up with muscles that are actually stronger, more recovered, and ready to perform at peak levels, and it has nothing to do with expensive supplements, complicated protocols, or spending more hours in the gym? But here's what's going to shock you. According to Barbara O'Neill, 99% of people are missing two critical vitamins that work like silent healers while you sleep. And no, I'm not talking about magnesium like everyone else preaches. Barbara O'Neill said something that changed everything: the body heals at night, but only if you give it the right tools at the right time. Stay with me because what I'm about to reveal will completely flip your understanding of recovery on its head. You see, Barbara O'Neill discovered that most people are fighting their body's natural healing rhythm. They're taking supplements at the wrong time, focusing on the wrong nutrients, and wondering why they wake up sore, stiff, and weaker than when they went to bed. But here's where it gets interesting. Barbara O'Neill found that there are two specific vitamins that, when taken at a precise time, can literally transform your muscles overnight. Not in weeks. Not in months. Overnight. And before you think this is just another supplement pitch, let me stop you right there. According to Barbara O'Neill, these aren't exotic compounds or expensive powders. They're two vitamins you probably already know about, but you've been using them completely wrong. Here's what's crazy. Barbara O'Neill said that when she first started teaching this protocol, people thought she was out of her mind. Two simple vitamins? Before bed? But then something remarkable happened. Her students started reporting results that seemed almost impossible. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Because before I tell you exactly what Barbara O'Neill discovered, you need to understand why nighttime is the golden window for muscle transformation. And trust me, what you're about to learn will change how you think about sleep forever. Barbara O'Neill discovered something that the fitness industry doesn't want you to know. She said, most people think muscles grow in the gym. That's the biggest lie ever told. According to Barbara O'Neill, what actually happens in the gym is destruction. You're literally tearing your muscles apart, creating microscopic damage that signals your body to adapt. But here's the breakthrough. Barbara O'Neill found that the real magic happens when you're unconscious, when you're deep in sleep, when your conscious mind can't interfere with your body's natural healing processes. And this is where most people get it completely wrong. Barbara O'Neill discovered that during deep sleep, your body shifts into what she called repair mode. Growth hormone floods your system. Testosterone regulation kicks into high gear. Cortisol levels plummet. And your muscles get bathed in nutrients that rebuild those microscopic tears into thicker, stronger fibers. But here's what Barbara O'Neill found that will blow your mind. She said this repair phase is like having a construction crew working on your body all night long. But imagine if those construction workers showed up to the job site and there were no materials, no tools, no blueprint for what to build. That's exactly what happens when you go to sleep without giving your body the specific vitamins it needs for overnight muscle reconstruction. According to Barbara O'Neill, this is why some people can train for months and see minimal results, while others seem to transform almost overnight. It's not about genetics. It's not about training harder. It's about feeding your body's repair mechanisms at the exact moment they're ready to work. Barbara O'Neill said something profound that stuck with me: your body wants to heal. Your muscles want to grow. But you have to stop working against nature's timing and start working with it. And that timing is everything. Because Barbara O'Neill discovered that taking the right vitamins in the morning is like showing up to a closed construction site. The workers aren't there. The machinery isn't running. You've missed the window. But when you take these vitamins before bed, according to Barbara O'Neill, you're essentially handing your overnight repair crew exactly what they need, when they need it most. So what are these two vitamins that Barbara O'Neill called nature's overnight muscle builders? 1. Vitamin D, the power vitamin. The first vitamin Barbara O'Neill discovered could transform overnight recovery shocked everyone, including me. She said, vitamin D isn't just a vitamin. It's a hormone in disguise that most people are taking at completely the wrong time. According to Barbara O'Neill, vitamin D is like the master key that unlocks your body's muscle-building potential. But here's what she found that changes everything. Barbara O'Neill discovered that vitamin D doesn't just support your bones and immune system. It directly controls muscle protein synthesis, testosterone production, and the absorption of calcium and phosphorus that your muscles desperately need for repair. But wait, it gets better. Barbara O'Neill found that when you take vitamin D at night, something remarkable happens. She said your body enters what she called anabolic harmony. Instead of fighting against your natural circadian rhythm, you're flowing with it, amplifying your body's overnight repair processes. Here's what Barbara O'Neill discovered that will shock you. She found that most people are vitamin D deficient without even knowing it. Even if you live in a sunny climate, even if you spend time outdoors, Barbara O'Neill said modern life has created a vitamin D crisis that's sabotaging muscle recovery for millions of people. Think about it. If you work indoors, if you wear sunscreen, if you live anywhere with long winters, or if you have darker skin that naturally filters UV rays, Barbara O'Neill discovered you're probably not getting nearly enough vitamin D to support optimal muscle repair. And here's where it gets really interesting. According to Barbara O'Neill, low vitamin D doesn't just make you weak and tired. It literally prevents your muscles from responding to training. She said you could be doing everything else right, eating protein, lifting weights, getting enough sleep, but if your vitamin D is low, you're fighting an uphill battle. Barbara O'Neill discovered something fascinating about timing. She found that when you take vitamin D in the evening, it works in perfect synchronization with your body's natural nighttime repair cycle. Growth hormone peaks. Testosterone regulation optimizes. And calcium absorption reaches its maximum efficiency. According to Barbara O'Neill, this is when vitamin D transforms from just a supplement into what she called a recovery multiplier. Instead of just preventing deficiency, it actively enhances every aspect of muscle repair and growth. But Barbara O'Neill warned about one critical mistake that most people make. She said taking vitamin D alone is like having half a conversation. Because there's a second vitamin that works in partnership with vitamin D to create what she called the ultimate recovery combination. And this second vitamin is where the real magic happens for overnight muscle transformation. 2. Vitamin C, the repair catalyst. When Barbara O'Neill first told people about the second vitamin in her overnight recovery protocol, they looked at her like she was crazy. Vitamin C? For muscle recovery? But here's what Barbara O'Neill discovered that changes everything. She said, vitamin C isn't just for immune health and preventing colds. It's the master architect of muscle repair, and it's most powerful when your body is in deep recovery mode. According to Barbara O'Neill, vitamin C is the cornerstone of something called collagen synthesis. And collagen isn't just about skin health. Barbara O'Neill found that collagen is literally the framework that holds your muscles, tendons, and ligaments together. Think about it like this. Every time you train, every time you push your body, you're not just stressing muscle fibers. Barbara O'Neill discovered you're also stressing the connective tissue that supports those muscles. Without proper collagen repair, you get stiffness, soreness, joint pain, and a much higher risk of injury. But here's where Barbara O'Neill's timing discovery becomes crucial. Barbara O'Neill found that when you take vitamin C before bed, it works like a repair crew that shows up exactly when the construction work begins. While you're sleeping, vitamin C ensures that collagen fibers are rebuilt stronger and more flexible, so your muscles and joints can handle tomorrow's training load. But that's not even the best part. According to Barbara O'Neill, vitamin C is one of the most powerful antioxidants your body has access to. After intense training, she discovered that your muscles are flooded with free radicals and oxidative stress. This creates inflammation that can linger for days, making you feel sluggish, sore, and unable to train at full capacity. Barbara O'Neill said something that stuck with me: if your muscles are fighting inflammation all night, they can't focus on getting stronger. And this is where her nighttime vitamin C protocol becomes revolutionary. According to Barbara O'Neill, when you take vitamin C before bed, you're essentially putting out the inflammatory fire before it can slow down your recovery. You're clearing the path for pure, uninterrupted muscle repair. Barbara O'Neill discovered that this creates a compound effect. Less inflammation means better sleep. Better sleep means more growth hormone. More growth hormone means faster recovery. And faster recovery means you can train harder and more frequently without burning out. But here's what Barbara O'Neill found that will absolutely blow your mind. She discovered that when you combine vitamin D and vitamin C at night, something happens that's far more powerful than taking them separately. Barbara O'Neill discovered something that changed her entire approach to natural healing. She said, "Nature doesn't work in isolation. Vitamins don't work in isolation. The magic happens when you combine them in harmony with your body's natural rhythms." According to Barbara O'Neill, vitamin D and vitamin C together create what she called synergistic amplification. One vitamin enhances muscle function and growth at the cellular level. The other repairs connective tissue and eliminates inflammation at the structural level. But here's what Barbara O'Neill found that makes this combination unstoppable. Barbara O'Neill discovered that vitamin D creates the perfect environment for muscle protein synthesis, while vitamin C ensures that the infrastructure can support that new muscle growth. She said it's like vitamin D builds the house, while vitamin C makes sure the foundation can hold it. According to Barbara O'Neill, this partnership is far more effective than relying on magnesium alone, which has become the go-to recommendation for muscle recovery. She said, "Magnesium might help you relax, but it doesn't rebuild. Vitamin D and C actually do the work of repairing and growing while you sleep." Barbara O'Neill shared a story that perfectly illustrates this synergy. She had a student who was frustrated with slow recovery despite doing everything right. According to Barbara O'Neill, within 2 weeks of starting her nighttime vitamin D and C protocol, this person reported waking up with less soreness, more energy, and the ability to train at higher intensities without feeling depleted. Here's what Barbara O'Neill discovered about consistency. She found that this combination creates what she called recovery momentum. Each night of proper vitamin support builds on the previous night, creating a compound effect that accelerates with time. According to Barbara O'Neill, most people give up on supplements because they don't see immediate results. But she discovered that vitamin D and C work differently. They create systemic changes that build over weeks, leading to transformations that seem almost impossible to people who haven't experienced it. Barbara O'Neill said something profound: "Your body keeps score. Every night you support its repair processes, it rewards you with better performance the next day." But timing isn't just about taking these vitamins at night. Barbara O'Neill discovered there are specific circadian rhythm secrets that multiply their effectiveness. Barbara O'Neill discovered something that revolutionized how she thought about supplementation. She said, "Your body doesn't just run on calories and nutrients. It runs on timing, rhythms, and cycles that most people completely ignore." According to Barbara O'Neill, your body operates on what she called metabolic shifts throughout a 24-hour period. Morning is catabolic, your body is breaking down, mobilizing energy, preparing for activity. Evening is anabolic, your body is building, repairing, and restoring. Here's where Barbara O'Neill's timing protocol becomes game-changing. Barbara O'Neill found that when you take vitamin D and C in the morning, your body is in survival mode, not repair mode. Those vitamins get used for immediate energy needs instead of long-term muscle building. But when you take them 30 to 60 minutes before bed, according to Barbara O'Neill, they align perfectly with your body's natural repair cycle. Barbara O'Neill discovered something fascinating about circadian biology. She found that growth hormone secretion peaks during the first few hours of deep sleep. Protein synthesis runs at maximum efficiency between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. And inflammatory cleanup happens most effectively during REM sleep. According to Barbara O'Neill, timing your vitamin intake to coincide with these natural processes is like swimming downstream instead of upstream. You're working with your biology, not against it. But Barbara O'Neill warned about critical mistakes that can sabotage this protocol. First, Barbara O'Neill discovered that taking these vitamins with a large meal delays absorption and can interfere with sleep quality. She recommended taking them with just a small amount of healthy fat to enhance vitamin D absorption. Second, according to Barbara O'Neill, consistency matters more than perfection. She said taking them sporadically is like trying to build a house by showing up to the construction site randomly. The repair processes need reliable fuel every night. Third, Barbara O'Neill found that hydration plays a crucial role. She discovered that mild dehydration can reduce vitamin absorption by up to 40%. Her protocol includes drinking 8 to 12 ounces of water with the vitamins, then limiting fluid intake to prevent sleep disruption. Barbara O'Neill also discovered something about dosing that most people get wrong. She found that megadoses aren't more effective. According to Barbara O'Neill, moderate, consistent doses work better because they don't overwhelm your body's absorption mechanisms. Here's Barbara O'Neill's exact protocol. Take 2,000 to 4,000 IU of vitamin D3 and 500 to 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C approximately 45 minutes before your planned bedtime, with a small amount of healthy fat and adequate water. Barbara O'Neill said, "Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. 2 vitamins, proper timing, consistent application. That's how you unlock recovery that most people chase but rarely achieve." But there's one more piece of this puzzle that Barbara O'Neill discovered, and it's perhaps the most important of all. Barbara O'Neill discovered something that the fitness industry completely overlooks. She said, "You can't build muscle if you can't stay healthy. And you can't stay healthy if your immune system is constantly fighting battles without the right ammunition." According to Barbara O'Neill, your immune system and your muscle-building potential are intimately connected. Every time you get sick, every time you feel run down, every time you have to skip training because you're not feeling well, it's your immune system that failed you, not your muscles. Barbara O'Neill found that intense training temporarily suppresses immune function, creating what she called windows of vulnerability. This is when most people catch colds, feel depleted, or experience setbacks that derail their progress for weeks. But here's what Barbara O'Neill discovered about her vitamin D and C protocol. Barbara O'Neill found that vitamin D acts like the commander of your immune system. It coordinates how your body responds to threats, regulates inflammation, and ensures your white blood cells function at peak efficiency. According to Barbara O'Neill, when vitamin D levels are optimized, your immune defenses become alert, responsive, and resilient. Vitamin C, Barbara O'Neill discovered, powers the soldiers of your immune system. Your white blood cells literally use vitamin C as fuel to fight off infections and neutralize threats. Without adequate vitamin C, according to Barbara O'Neill, your immune cells are like tired soldiers with broken weapons. Barbara O'Neill said something that changed my perspective completely: consistency is everything in fitness. But you can't be consistent if you're always getting sick. According to Barbara O'Neill, people who optimize both vitamin D and C experience fewer sick days, recover from illness faster, and maintain their training schedules without constant interruptions. And in fitness, she discovered, consistency trumps intensity every single time. Barbara O'Neill found that this immune protection creates a compounding effect. When you're not constantly fighting off infections, your body can dedicate more energy to muscle repair and growth. When you're not dealing with chronic inflammation, recovery happens faster and more completely. According to Barbara O'Neill, this is why her students often report not just better muscle recovery, but improved energy, better mood, and an overall sense of vitality that goes far beyond just physical performance. But the real proof, Barbara O'Neill said, comes from putting this protocol into practice. Barbara O'Neill issued a challenge that changed thousands of lives. She said, "Don't take my word for it. Let your body be the judge." Here's Barbara O'Neill's 30-day challenge: take vitamin D and vitamin C before bed every night for the next month. Keep everything else the same: your training, your diet, your routine. But pay attention to how your body responds. According to Barbara O'Neill, within the first week, you'll notice less morning stiffness. By week 2, improved energy and reduced soreness. By week 3, better training performance. And by day 30, according to Barbara O'Neill, you'll understand why she called this the simplest path to extraordinary recovery. Barbara O'Neill said, "Your body wants to heal. Your muscles want to grow. Stop fighting against nature's timing and start working with it. The choice is yours." Will you keep struggling with slow recovery, or will you try Barbara O'Neill's proven protocol tonight? Thank you so much for staying with me through this exploration. If you found value in today's discussion, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share this video with someone who might benefit from it.